Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Rob from Practical Tactical. Today we're doing another 4 things video. This is 4 things that you should look for in an appendix carry holster. Whether because they're looking to carry a firearm for self-defense, secure a firearm a little more safely, or just need something for competition use, for many people, holsters become an inevitable and integral part of firearm ownership. My personal use case for holsters is for everyday carry. And today I wanted to walk you through just a few of the appendix carry holsters that I've used and maybe point out a few of the features that I think are key for someone looking to buy an appendix holster. Okay, before we get going, I'm going to do a really quick breakdown of the holsters that I have here today. These two are my current main holsters. This one is from Tech, and this is a flex rig. I use this for the Shield 45. And this one is a slim fit holster, and I use this for the bigger M&P 45. Just off camera here, I also have 2 of my older holsters that I used previously. This one is also from Tech. You'll notice that it looks a lot like this one, and there's a reason for that I'll get into later. This is a Tech, and this one is my very first holster. This is a Concealment Express holster. So what do I think is the first key feature of a good appendix holster? Well, I think that's a good level of adjustable retention with an audible and tactile feedback when you holster. Retention, I think, is key because it's what is physically holding your weapon in the holster and consequently on your person. A holster with poor or weak retention might let the weapon move around or even fall out during certain motions. You want a holster with a good amount of retention and with the ability to dial in more or less retention according to your tastes. Along with this, you want a holster with good tactile and audible feedback when the weapon locks into place so you know that it's secure. Just to kind of show you what I mean, I'll show you on the slim fit here. The good retention, turn it upside down and shake it, this thing's not coming out. And as far as audible and tactile feedback, you'll notice when I slide this in, it snaps into place and I can feel it when I holster the weapon. So I can hear it and I can feel it when I holster the weapon. And that's what you're looking for. You want something that's not gonna let your weapon fall out and something that lets you know when it's fully holstered. I'll show you on this one as well. This is the one I carry the shield in again. I keep this pretty loose, so it's easy to draw from, but even though it's pretty loose, you turn it upside down and shake it, this is not coming out. And again, even though it's pretty loose, when you holster, you can hear it still click into place. That adjustable retention, most of the time on appendix holsters like these, is over here where the clips are. So you tighten down, I believe on this one, it's this screw, that allows you to adjust how much clamping force you want on there. And over here on the slim fit, it's also this one. Here, I can kind of get on camera, there you go. When you tighten this screw down, actually both of these screws, it clamps this shut and dictates just how much clamping force there is on the holster. So what do I think the second key feature of a good appendix holster is? Well, you can tell already, I think it's the ability to carry a spare magazine. Not long after I started using this Concealment Express, I decided that I wanted to start carrying another magazine with me, and I needed a holster that would facilitate that. And that's the reason I switched to this. This is my first Tech rig, and it's got this extra sidecar here that allows me to carry that second magazine. There's a lot to be said for being able to keep a second magazine close to the same place as where you keep your weapon. It lets you, at least in my opinion, it lets you build muscle memory for reloads as you practice. And it also lets you put on and take off the whole thing just in one shot because everything's already together. I like the sidecar style so much that I decided I wouldn't buy another appendix rig without one, and that's why you see one here as well. Speaking of options, the fourth key feature of a good appendix holster is options. With holsters, just like in life, options are key. You want a holster that will accommodate your specific weapon and anything and everything that you have done to it. This means things like mounted optics, tall sights, threaded barrels, weapon lights, extended magazine releases, etc., etc. A good holster will let you pick and choose exactly what you have on or have done to your weapon and fit that specification exactly. Both of these holsters are cut for optics, and the slim fit is also molded for my specific weapon light. Now, just a side note / bonus point, always take into account any work that you plan on doing to your weapon when buying a holster so that you don't have to buy a whole new holster when you add something. That's what happened to me. That's why I have basically the exact same holster. What happened was when I went to go add an optic to this holster was not cut for it, so I had to buy a new holster. while this allowed me to upgrade to this cool like flex rig that's, it's more comfortable and stuff because it moves around, I could have saved myself from essentially buying the exact same holster twice if I had thought about this beforehand. So there you go. 4 things that you should look for in an appendix carry holster, plus 1 bonus thing, I guess. As always, your method may vary. This list was just my personal preference based on personal experience, and there's a ton of other factors to consider when choosing a holster. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. If you're interested in more content like this, I will drop a link in the description to the Practical Tactical blog. I'll also put a link in the description down there to Brownells, where you can find a bunch of great holsters. That's all I've got for you today, though, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell on your way out. And until next time, stay safe.